We have been getting spoon-fed little bits of backstory. Elias just gave the most I'm about to die speech I've ever heard in my life. Surely, things are going to get better. Surely the worst cannot possibly come to pass. Right? Right?
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey, welcome back to A Hag in White. I hope you guys are ready for another plot episode. I am. I love this shit. One more day's march, and we will be in the Amnisos province. Nearly in the lion's den. So far, so good. Hey, that's... Toppling a regime has proven a mite easier than I would have imagined. All the better. The sooner it's over, the sooner I can hug Elias again. The sooner we can put all these horrors behind us. Not too long now, lassie. Have courage. I suspect we'll be unable to escape this canyon without trouble. According to the maps, a fort blocks the northern pass. Also, the valley gets quite narrow between it and our current location. It is the ideal spot to set up an ambush. I guess we can expect airborne troops aplenty. That we can, and the terrain will work against us. We will be mercilessly harried from both sides. Be ready, Kyra. We will have ample need for your bow. What if we try to simply outmaneuver them? No, I don't think that'd work. We can't leave them to give chase. The battlefield in Amnisos will be brutal enough. Last thing we need is get struck from behind. We have no choice but to put the Flying Corps, especially their leader, in the ground. Only then shall we clear out the fort's garrison and claim it. Sounds good to me. I think I can see them perched on the mountains. The time has come. Draw steel. Oh, alright, so we're actually gonna just play the map. Alright. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so. Ooh, another ruins. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Butoso? What the hey? Oh, that's neat. Was he, So whoever I didn't pick between the three becomes a boss. That's kind of cool, actually. Alright, let me see what we got. Ooh. One of Colonel Alastor's lieutenants, a man with an uncanny ability to drown out the world and focus sorely on his foe. Okay. So we have two bosses we need to make sure to take care of. And then enemies at this point are just strong. Just gonna have to be ready for that for the rest of the way. Makes sense, makes sense. Oh, I forgot I have an eclipse. Alright. So, let's pick some units here. We do not need Jason and Coronis. Samirius, you get back here. And then, on top of that, we can take... I mean, I honestly think Jason's better than Nakaya. Like, he's a little slower, but much stronger. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold on. Oh, no, wait. All right, Pericles. My boy Pericles. Right, the leadership star. And also good stats. Alright, there we go. Now, items, you keep that lunar brace. Jason, you give you back that. Then we have some goodies to use. Luck of 10, luck of 4. Samirius with Shade, I'm not as worried about his abysmal luck. So I think I'm going to give the goddess icon to someone else. Does anyone else really have luck that atrocious, though? That I'm using? Apathy, but Apathy's not a combat unit. I guess I'll give it to Hecate. Yeah, sure. Alright. Give her some more luck. Fango, my man. Let's give you The ability to read. Ooh, then again... Now, I think Tarsus, with his absurdly high luck, like, that's enough. And Fango really wants to be able to hit things. So I think I'm going to give that to him. And that leaves the Angelic Robe and the Talisman. Give you a hand axe. Alright, the Talisman should go to... I mean, I could just give it to, Fazang. And just make him a dedicated anti-magic enemy. Alright, and the Angelic Robe. Is there anyone whose HP is, like, fringe? Actually, HP is pretty good across the board. I think I just give that to Hecate. Get her up to 40 HP. Yeah, I think. Oh, no, it's 7 in the GBA games. Right. Yeah, sure, now Hecate's HP's fine for the rest of the game. Why don't you take an Eclipse? Yes. Fazang. You can... You're actually fine. Where is Raleigh? Give the Javelin. I don't know why the hell you have that. And take... Actually, yeah, take a Hurricane, give a Thunder, and then take... Yeah, effective against mages. Yeah. You're good. You... Let's take a better Javelin and a Steel Blade. And let's take a better Steel Lance, though I don't think you'll be using it. Begonia, you should take another Killer Axe, because that's, like, your main weapon. Fango, you're looking sexy. Pericles, yeah, he's fine. You. Let's give you that back. And take one that just has better usage. Sure. Everyone else. Let's take a killer bow. Don't really need a cleave bow here. I think everyone... Oh, Lopez, right. Lopez definitely needs some more love. Take a killer bow. Killing edge, killing edge, killing edge. Alright. Everyone looking good? Yeah, I think everyone's looking good. Let's save that Thar game. And go into camp. Alright. Is that Hecate? Okay, Hecate and the Witch. Oh god, Polonius isn't with his sister. Oh, you know what that means. Haha! More of that shit. Oh, Fazang and, Jinyi, okay. Alright, so we've got not as much nonsense as before, but some nonsense. There will be some nonsense. So the Hierophant was once a heretic, huh? Ha! The irony is palpable, wouldn't you agree, my friend? It's also rather terrifying. Do you think he, too, could be a life-ringer? I'd say it's quite likely at this point. If he and Apathy work together, it stands to reason they should be possessed of similar powers. Tarsius, back in Percote, the way Apathy fought. If the Hierophant is capable of such feats as well, we're in for one hell of a fight when we corner him. Maybe so, but ultimately, he is only just one man. One dying man, lest you forgot. I wonder about that. I'm more worried about someone else, personally. We haven't seen hair nor hide of Sandy since Percote. Any guesses as to what she's been up to? Well, before it was pretty clear, plotting our bloody demise. But now, I don't know, and that scares me far more. She'll face us sooner or later, and then she'll pay for her crimes, just like the rest of them. We'll turn this into a world where you don't have to hide, Tarsus. That's a dream I've never dared to dream. I'll keep working as hard as I can to bring it about. Alright, so no staff for B rank. Fine. Hey, Cairo. quick question. Are we gonna take too long to get through the mountain pass? You tell me. You're the one who's from the capital. Heck, you must have had to go through there already to get to the south. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. I had suppressed that memory. Are you gonna tell me a tragic story having to do with mountains now? Nothing of the sort, I assure you. I'm just, see... I'm afraid of heights, okay? I can't handle it, damn it. Hestia, we're not climbing the peaks. We're crossing through the valley. It only gets lower at the bottom of... It only gets lower at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, but look! Look at the towering summits. I would, but there's a wall in the way. Just looking at them, I picture myself standing up there, looking down, and... Oh, it's enough to make me tremble all over. Well, if you plummet down, don't worry. I'll catch you. Oh, is that a promise? Just tell me what you have for me, Hestia. What makes you think I have anything at all? You get a little twinkle in your eye when you do. Good catch. Yeah, I can hardly contain my excitement when I make something cool. This isn't the coolest thing I've ever made, but working conditions haven't been ideal. Give me good shit, give me good shit. Ooh, a sword? Okay. To my untrained eye, it looks like the fanciest sword ever. Only third or fourth at best. I'll be sure to give her a good name, or find her a good home. Thanks as always, Hestia. Anytime, as always. Ooh, a silver blade. Ooh, a blade? That can work really well with our boy, Edward. Unfortunately, something tells me he's not gonna get to a point where he can use it. Alright. Let's go see what these two are chatting it up about. Hello, young lady. Can I help you? I'm not sure, but I think I know you. It's me, Hecate. My word! Truly? Do you remember me? Small world, huh, teacher? Unbelievable. I could have never foreseen this turn of events. The worst troublemaker I've ever had to contend with. Now a fellow fighter in the insurrection against the powers that be. Come now, teacher. I wasn't that bad. Was I? Worse than bad, if anything. But your heart was in the right place. That I could tell as well. And now I'm proven right. I don't know. Hecate? Is something... At risk of overstepping my bounds, you can confide in me. Yeah, I know. I've been with Kyra since before she was a rebel. It was just a handful of us. A close-knit group. I recall you had trouble making friends back in the day. I'm glad to hear that changed. It didn't, really. I never let them get close enough. Maybe if I did, I would've. One of them betrayed us, teacher. I knew this. I couldn't warn the others. Couldn't stop him. I only watched as he stabbed Kyra in the heart. I see. If you wish to hear my opinion, I think you're wrong about one thing. You really have changed. This isn't the Hecate of old. Remember how you reacted when I asked you to get along with the other kids? I said a bad word, didn't I? The kind a kid that age shouldn't have known. I will not repeat it, but yeah. Did she tell her teacher to go fuck herself? But now, you cherish the bonds you have made. So much so that the idea of letting your friends down tortures you. Nobody said bonding would always be a walk in the park. I, too, have suffered my share of betrayal and disappointment. But we can't let that keep us from trusting Hecate. You know something funny, Coronis? The traitor. He, too, was an old-timer noble from the capital. A knight. Well, formerly. And now reinstated, I suppose. Anyway, the point is, he's the worst person I've ever met. You cared for even street urchins like me. You let us into your class. If only more of your ilk were like you instead of him. You give me too much credit. I don't, and you know it. Well, in any event, it has been nice to catch up. Yeah, likewise. See you around, teacher. A former knight from the capital. Does she have some history with Soder, too? Alright, so... her supports are maxed out at 5. Okay, I think the flowing green text is just a holdover. Because units have been able to get more than just 5 supports in this. Alright. Also, how old is Coronis? Like, Hecate's a grown-ass woman, and yet she was a child in her class? Okay. Is this Agari and Nikaya? This ought to be interesting. Hey. How much longer do you intend to avoid me, Agari? What do you want me to say, Nikaya? I'd hope at least you wouldn't give me the cold shoulder. Where's the Agari with whom I shared so many grievances with the church? There was a time when I considered you to be my only friend. Yeah, and I felt the same way. But now I can't bear to look you in the eye. You know as well as I do that she deserved it. No, you've convinced yourself that I do, but I don't. All I really know is that you killed your own sister in cold blood. Is that truly so different from what you would have done to her on the battlefield? Or what she would have done, for that matter? She would have gleefully killed you as well. She would have even thanked the mother for it. That's the kind of wretch she was. So what you're saying is that people can't change. Aura was a zealot, and that's all she could ever be. Until the day she died, brutally murdered by her twin sister. I can't believe it. You, of all people, are going to lecture me. You hated the Inquisition as much as I did. Why is this such an issue? There you go again. People can't change. I have to be the same person I once was. Someone who's on your side. Just like Aura was always going to be the same person you loathed. Alright, Agari, I agree with you in principle. But in the middle of a war where she is actively trying to kill us? She landed a crit on Lopez and brought him to like 5 HP. In a peaceful time, I would be on your side, Agari. But right now, I don't think we can afford the luxury of talking peacefully with everyone. Aura never would have changed. She made that very clear. She certainly won't change now. She's dead. And you'll go the rest of your life telling yourself you're right. People can't change. If they can, that means you were mistaken. That there's a chance you killed her before she could change. I'm sorry, Nikaya. What happened to you and your family was... well, it was awful. I can't even imagine how it must have felt. But you only killed Aura to sate your own thirst for revenge. You accomplished nothing with it. Just can't condone that. Agari, do you think there's any chance of salvation for me? Salvation from what? I don't know. Hell? The Mother's Wrath? Myself? Any chance for salvation? Any chance for me? Alright, sorry. I was about to sing a fucking Alice Cooper lyric from Along Came a Spider. No one was going to get that. That's not something I can tell you. All I can say is that I've only grown happier since I tried forgiving instead of hating. Do you think you could ever forgive me? Do you think Aura could? You've done nothing to me. I have nothing to forgive you for. And again, Aura is dead. She can't forgive anyone for anything now. You're the only one who can forgive yourself. That'll have to be enough. And if it isn't, you make it be. You don't want to hear the only alternative. I almost saw that happen too, once. It was then that I realized if I kept on hating, I would only destroy those I cared about and myself. Agari. But it was also then that I realized people can change. You see, you may need to believe the contrary, but it's the opposite for me. If people can't change, then my life is a lie and so is my happiness. I'm sorry, I'd rather just believe you're wrong. Interesting. That was a very deep conversation. Anyways, let's go see this dumb shit. Lowly worm! Forsooth, my eyes spy one lord of darkness run amok. Come to meet thy maker, have thee, prithee? Nay, my insufferable little goody-goody. I present to you an offer. A truce! What? Darest thou insult me, great knight Sir Keanu? Our quarrel shall fiercely burn evermore, with the flame of hatred. Quintessential hatred between good and evil that can never be bridged. Evermore we shall fight, I say. Evermore. I agree wholeheartedly. You are a loathsome tripwire on the stairwell to ultimate power. However, we stand against a power far greater. Villains and heroes standing together against a common foe. 'Tis a trope as ancient as storytelling itself. Glean I what thy meaning entails, foul villain. Though ashamed am I of giving the chase, our fair commander, bravest Kyra, needeth our combined mettle. Arm in arm, hand in hand, Tartaros shall fly to the heavens. We'll claim victory in a wise victorious, winfully. Ha ha ha! It would be my honor to win for our great leader. Mine as well, and if the price I must pay is allying myself with your likes, so be it. I will lay my dignity to rest and see our rivalry postponed. United, our power shall reach the heavens and greet the mother. And back she shall smile, proud of us, her greatest children. If I knew these people in real life, I would kill myself. However, I don't, so it's fine. Let's sneak on over here. Fazang? Zinyi. I wish to speak. In Zulite? That's gonna look rather suspicious. I merely do not wish for this to be heard by those whom it does not concern. Fine, I'll indulge you, but... Fazang, I hope this isn't about what I think it is. I am worried, Jinyi. We have been stuck with each other for weeks now. It has become unbearable. I wish to ask you directly. Are you comfortable with my presence here? Oh, take me now. It is what I thought it was. Fazang, I thought we cleared the air before we set out. But this wasn't supposed to be the way events transpired. I sent my request for reassignment a day before that fateful evening. By now, I should have been far away from here. From you. You didn't tell me you requested to be reassigned. Fazang, since you want to be direct, let's be direct. I don't mind that you're here. On the contrary, I'm glad you are. I consider you a friend, no matter how things ended. You need not lie to me, Jinyi. I do not. I like you, Fazang. It's just... sometimes it feels like you're made out of stone. I know you care, deep down, but it makes you hard to love. Or at least, I'm not good enough to pull it off. It's not only you, see? It just wasn't meant to be. That doesn't mean I want you to go away. Unless it's you that wants to be away from me. No! That's not it at all. I'm merely concerned. Look at you blush. Now there's a sight to behold. Forgive my moment of weakness, Jinyi. Hey, weakness is only human. Honestly, I'm rather happy to see this, if anything. How so? Sometimes you seem so stoic, you don't even feel human. It's heartening to see it's possible to rattle you. And, frankly, rather flattering to know I hold such power still. Ha! Well, I may be made of stone, but what I felt for you was real. And it's precisely for that reason that I want us to stay friends. I don't want to lose you, Fazang, even if you're hard to love. That will do. Thank you, Jinyi. This is gonna sound crazy, but I've seen that oh, no, I did not want to leave camp. I've seen that exact, thing play out in real life. Between friends. Like, that exact kind of dynamic. But, obviously not gonna name names or dox anyone. But, that conversation I've seen play out before. Where just, two people don't make it as a couple, but they work just fine as friends. And for that exact reason. That's good. I like that a lot. Wait, how the fuck is Glaucus gonna talk to this guy? He doesn't speak English. Drinking something nice there? Mind some company. Oh. Rats, here we go. Where's Zinyi when you need her? Oh, where'd I put the dictionary? If you don't... What the hell? If you don't find it, I can do its job. Oh, you speak Zulite. Sure I do. I studied to be a courier. International level. I actually aced the foreign language course. Only thing I aced. I sucked at sitting down and studying. Ha ha ha! Well, I'm glad to have met you, friend. It gets tiring talking to the same two people every day. So what are you drinking there? Spirits of the homeland? Baiju. My last flask, in fact. Hard to procure more in Tartaros. Go ahead, help yourself. I've never tried that. But are you sure? If it's your last, go ahead, go ahead. I can always steal Zinyi's flask. Alright, let's see. Not bad. Stronger stuff than I usually have. Huh. Disappointed? Ha! A bit. Usually this hits people like a fist to the gut. I was looking forward to watching you double over. Ah, that's too bad. You're a pretty cheerful chap for what looks to be a grizzled veteran. Well, warfare is ugly business. Zoo may have made a culture out of it, but is no less ugly for it. After all these years, I found it is all too easy to lose oneself. I needed to find a way to uncloud my mind of the darkness. And that way was... I latched on to my inner child, the part of me that stares wide-eyed at unfamiliar things, and likes pulling silly pranks on people and watching them react. Oh, huh. So it's not the alcohol. Ah, that is a pitfall on its own right. Of course, this approach isn't without its downsides. People back in the homeland look at me as if I'm stupid. Maybe it's a good thing nobody here understands me. Ha-ha! Well, I, for one, am glad I can understand you. In fact, I think I'll keep your advice in mind. Delighted to have been of service. But please, there's enough left for a toast. Shall we? Cheers to that! It's always the conversations that I don't know what the hell they're gonna be about that are the nicest. Alright, Samarius, you gotta talk about yourself at some point. What the? Ah, Commander. Making the rounds as per usual. Didn't you promise to tell us when you were gonna leave? Wait a minute. What the heck is your problem? You know, you still have not said hello. Don't act coy. You thought we wouldn't notice your disappearance? Admittedly, that did take a little longer than I'd have liked. Still, I'm here, am I not? I'm ready to get to work. So you're just not gonna explain. You suddenly vanish now when we're headed into the heart of Tartaros, and you don't think there's any need to explain at all. I had some business to handle in the area. I figured, as long as we were passing through. Don't worry, nothing to do with you when it's all settled now. I'm guessing there's no chance you'll elaborate on that point. By now, you should be used to that. You know, Commander, a little gratitude would not be uncalled for. Excuse me? Gratitude? For what? Abandoning your post? Being insufferably secretive? Actually, perhaps you should try being more attentive first. What? Well, I'm just saying. I could have chosen not to share. But I'm nicer than you give me credit for, and I do support this cause. So, you know. I think I'm just gonna leave you to it now. Marvelous. Yeah, marvelous. That's exactly the right word, you damned... Alright, I can't wait to see the boss conversations that guy has, because, like, I need to know more about him. You know, there's one part of the story I can't wrap my head around. Ooh boy. Alright, Kyra, let me have it. So the Margrave turned into a good guy, you got away with your crimes, and the two of you became good friends. Happy end for all, it seems. It really was. And look at how it panned out all these years later. Where we'd be if it hadn't been for our beautiful friendship. Honestly, we'd probably still be in Glamorgan trying to amass troops. The part that baffles me is that, well, you and I met at all. I see. You're wondering what drove me to leave Glamorgan behind. Yeah, I guess it's about time I told you that. See, the dashing rogue of justice shtick went so well with Barlow, I went from cynicism straight to feckless naivety. Years later, I tried to pull the same stunt in another Margravate. Oh, goodness. Did you tangle with Zacchaeus or Simeon's parents? Nope. Worse, if anything. I tangled with Delilah's mama, a delightful old crone. You thought Delilah was bad? Huh, that woman was way nastier. Her people had a moniker for her, the Witch of the Merciless Winds. I wonder if Sandy would have been jealous that it's longer than hers. Ha! Now there's a fight I'd have loved to see. Well, the moment she got a whiff of dissident's stench from us, she spared no expense to see us not captive, but dead. Oh no, don't tell me that's how you... My boys were panicking and deserting me in droves. Of course, didn't blame them. Gave them my blessing, even. But just when the remaining half of us were making plans to flee, they caught you. Mine was a sinking ship, and a good captain is the last to abscond. I fought the good fight so my guys could escape with their heads attached. To answer the question on your mind, yeah, that's when I lost my eye. The chunk of my ear, too. Wasn't my finest showing. Remind me to punch Delilah in the face next time I see her. If anything, I find her rather endearing compared to her old matriarch. On the other hand, for all we know, she might have killed her herself. So why they call her Witch of the Merciless Winds, anyway? She liked to publicly execute her detractors with wind magic. Right. Anywho, I barely got away with my life and ran all the way back to Wrexham. Barlow hid me for a while, but the Harpy was very persistent. Eventually, she got the other Margravettes involved. And well, since I was kinda sorta actually a criminal, they decided she was justified and gave Barlow an ultimatum. And that's when he smuggled you out to Tartaros to start over. More or less. Officially, I broke out of Wrexham Keep's dungeon on my own. He gave me a bit of food, some coins, and directions. That's all I was willing to let him risk for my sake. And the rest you know. I crossed into Tartaros, wandered about, did stuff, until eventually I found myself in a quaint little village near the border. Just in time to stumble into the bravest boy in the world and his impressively strong sister in their time of need. You know what? I think I'll spare Delilah that punch. Much as I hate to say this, her mom did us a favor. I don't know if I'd thank either of them for it, but I ain't got no regrets. These last few years with you, they've been the most joyous of my life. Even though I know it's been a tough going for you and Eli, would have been way tougher without you, Redbeard. Aw, lassie. Hell yeah. We love the dads that stepped up. Alright, I do believe that's everyone. Let me give it a last little look and see. Alright. Time to get the hell out of Dodge. And now, are we gonna have actual gameplay this episode? Yes, actually. Okay. I gotta be careful of you. Yikes. Need to be careful of a lot of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, regardless, it is definitely worth noting that I currently have a few leadership stars. And where is the boss of the flying command? Is it you? No. Where the hell is he? I'm assuming he was a flying unit. Yeah, where there he is. Oh, I somehow didn't notice that he was right there. Alright, my bad. Yeah, let's just get going. You there. What do you want? They've arrived. Stay here and guard the fort. I will overlook the pass from the peaks. We will swoop down on them and pick them off as they approach. Take care of any stragglers that come through. I guess that makes sense. I'm the guy with the heavy armor. Although, if I might ask... Okay, no problem. I'll just sit here and... wait for them to come and... Oh, get it together, Fructose. This is it. I'm almost free. I do this, I can finally turn a new leaf. I ain't dying here. I ain't no way. Come on, bring it on. Alright, so that seems very clear. Don't fucking kill him. If it's avoidable. I don't know if it's avoidable, but I need to try my best for it to be avoidable. And you have the solar brace, right? Yeah, okay. Xin Yi, start us off. Ow. This map kind of reminds me of 14X from Thracia. Strength and skill, that's really good. If only because it has it's in a canyon. That's literally the only reason. Did you know that Fire Emblem Thracia 776 invented canyons? It's true. Alright. Lopez, go right here and arm yourself with a killer bow. That'll take care of that Pegasus Knight very nicely. Alright. Raleigh, Reposition Kyra, okay. Hecate. Yes. Yeah, completely. Yep, that's good, that's good. I'm just looking around here. Let's see, level 8. Level 7. What do you have equipped, Mr. Hoplite? A short spear? Now, isn't that just quirky? The killer axe is better. No, they do not. Perfect. Fango should be able to get himself a kill and then the level up. Alright. Skill, 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 skill. My boy is literate! He's learning how to read! He can read! And he has 30 strength! Oh, I love him. Alright. Tiresias is leveled up to 4? Okay, well, I mean, that's the price I pay for getting that 1 point of skill earlier. Alright. I have to kill that unidentified fucking thing. And with, Seagull, yeah, I can just one-shot. Fenrir can't do a lot of damage to me if it never gets a chance to hit me. Perfect. And now you go up here. And we'll just, you know, get rid of you. I love it when my army all comes together. My units are powerful. My stats are high. I'm tight as fuck. Okay. And then following that... Kairos? I mean, yeah. And I'll use the Firebrand to save on Hurricane. Very, very good. Very, very good. Alright, where's the ball? He's all the way up there. Alright, I'll worry about that later. Do you move? No. Okay. I feel like that's going to be relevant. If I put you right there, yeah, you should be the only one that gets attacked by that Wyvern Lord. And that's fine. I could have Pericles bait... No, I couldn't. He can't reach. I guess mend Fango for the 1 HP. And, yep. I think I just keep it like this. Yeah. Real solid first turn. Everything that could have possibly gone correct went correct. Ha! Get fucked. Alright. You're going after my boy, and you didn't even do anything. Good job, you did it. So cool. Ow. Fazang, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. Alright. This is just too easy, honestly. I gotta think about this. That's a sword. That's the Devil Axe. Alright, that's fine, right? Of course. So moving up does mean... whoever I attack with, I have to bait them with, like, 2 units. Like, 2 people will get attacked, I should be saying. Alright. So, that is a Great Lance and a Silver Sword. I want to put a Lance unit right there. Okay. Samaria, so you're gonna be able to survive that. Let me look. 42 HP, 10 defense, 22 damage, and yeah, okay, you'll live. Not comfortably, but you'll live. So, and as for you, that's a sword and an axe, so a sword is the best weapon to have over there. Hang on. I have things to think about. Alright, level 8. Both of you guys are almost leveling up. So, let's give Begonia this one, and then Jane the other one? Sure. Begonia, my beloved! Good level up, good level up, good level up. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Saying no whammies has never stopped there from being a whammy. Alright. Jane handles that one. And she gets a level up. Your strength is already capped, so your level ups probably aren't going to be as good. Yeah, no. Oh boy, I got 2 level ups. Looks inside. Only HP. Alright. Oh, well, hold on. The Devil Axe is the main problem. If that thing actually connects with me, I am in unbelievably bad shape. But, with Kairos right here, and we'll arm him with the Firebrand, and then Hecate right there for emotional support, the odds that Kairos gets hit, let's see, that's 55... 55, that goes down to 50, you get another 10, that's 40, that's actually a bit higher than I thought. That might have been a mistake. And as for you, you're just gonna move right here. Oh, but wait, the Void I don't think takes into account, leadership stars. Does it? Actually, I can check with accuracy, can't I? I don't know if that's gonna work the way I want it to. I think I'm just gonna believe. You know, Kairos is the GOAT. I'm gonna choose to believe that he simply is going to clutch this. Ow. Alright, give me the money. $150 in my hands. Thank you. Tarsis, you move over here. Mend up Fazang. Get more staff rank. Yes. Apathy's gonna move over here. Gonna physic you. And, well, I can bait you over, too. Ooh, a rune sword. That's gonna do a lot of damage, but I'm just going to kill you. So. Alright. And then I need to be very careful about how I move the rest of my goobers up. What's your defense? 15? Let's see. 15 minus 35 is 20. 13. Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna equip that. Rescue you. Wait. Fango. Take. Drop. And then, yeah, Kyra's just gonna go right here with Shine. And then you're gonna go in the middle here. I guess heal Jane. Alright, enemy phase. And Samarius is the GOAT. Perfect. And they get a level up, and the results are... Alright. More skill, more resistance, that's fine. You need, like, one more level up of strength, But... Oh, yeah. Is that exact lethal? 18 times 3. Yeah, that's 46. That's exact... No, it's not. That's 54. Ignore me. Crazy person here. Ow. Okay, now of course, this is a map that's just screaming to throw flying reinforcements from the edges at me. So... I'll worry about that soon. But I don't have to worry about that until next episode. Oh, fuck. I forgot about the Pegasus Knights. The exact thing I was describing. Owie. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Whoa! What? There were Pegasus Knights? That's crazy. And Wyvern Riders? The map that obviously was going to have reinforcements? Had reinforcements? No.